Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me for another reaction on this channel. Now you might be wondering, why are we getting a video on a Wednesday? Because I usually don't post any reactions on a Wednesday. However, MYRATH has released a new single and I really don't want to wait until tomorrow to make a reaction of the song. I want to listen to it now and today. So I'm making this reaction for you. And I was quite surprised that MYRATH is releasing a new album. So the new album is called Wilderness of Mirrors. And it should be released end of March 2026. Wilderness of Mirrors is album number 7 by the band MYRATH, which comes from Tunis and France. That's how it's written online. And I really want to see what they did this time. Now, the first single is called Until the End, and it's featuring Elise Reed. You might know Elise Reed from her band MYRATH, the Swedish symphonic metal band. She featured on many other projects. She also was singing live with many famous bands like Camelot, Nightwish, Gus G, Dragonland, and so forth. And she has a great voice. I like her voice, so I'm really excited to see what MYRATH and Elise have done together. Okay, so this is the second reaction, MYRATH reaction on this channel. The first reaction will be linked below and or somewhere up, so do check it out. And the last reaction was from their previous album Karma, released in 2024, and I reacted to Into the Light, and I really like the song. I eventually checked the whole album and I liked it. Some of my favorite songs are Words Are Failing and The Empire. And I also went through MYRATH's discography. I went back to Tales of the Sands, my favorite MYRATH album, released in 2011, and it was really great. And I listened to the songs which I didn't used to listen to a lot. I listened to Desert Call, I listened to Legacy. I did a tour of MYRATH discography this year, so my memory is fresh with their songs. So now I really want to jump into Until the End, the first single from Wilderness of Mirrors. As for the band lineup, we have Malik Ben Arabiya on guitars, Anis Jouini on bass, Zahir Zurqati on vocals, Morgan Berthet on drums, and Kevin Cotford on keyboards. So let's not delay and let's jump right into Until the End by MYRATH. Let's do this. Sounds like Arabic. Put it back to you. Elise had some effect on her voice. It was very evident. Has this Arabic rhythm. And this section is very Arabic. You find it in Arabic music. This is more like Western rock metal. Cool vocals. Guitar sound is a little bit low. Can't hear it that much. Seems like they wanted to focus on the vocals more. Oh, nice. Just That was really high. Is that Jacob Hansen? If that's his name. A Danish producer and guitarist. Yeah. These are MYRATH riffs. Double bass drums. Okay, that was a short song. The guitar sound was toned down a bit. It seems they wanted to make this a little bit more appealing to the non-metal audience, or not to the real progressive metal hardcore fans. So not lots of solos. The riffs, there were some riffs in the background and chord changes. It wasn't like super simple, but the guitar riffs and the sound was not so high in the mix. So the vocals were higher, making it more like to fit a first single maybe. This is what I'm thinking, I'm not sure. And there was no guitar solo. I mean, not every song needs to have a guitar solo. I'm not of that opinion, but I'm just commenting on that because MYRATH usually have guitar solos, and if you go back to their first few albums, they had a lot of solos, you know, because they're influenced by Symphony X, Adagio, Dream Theater, all those big progressive metal bands. So then they started to lean more on this commercial side, while retaining the riffs and the solos and the, you know, power progressive power metal aspects, but to a lesser extent. But in this one, it's really don't hear any like solos or anything, but the last riff was cool, that run with the double bass drums and the alternate picking riff on the, I guess it was the first thick string, you know, playing open, then some notes. It's a typical of the, you know, power progressive metal. Nothing too new, but it was cool as a change to the mood of the song. But overall, it's a straightforward song. I will listen to it again. I like the vocal melodies and the vocals of Zahir and Elise. That they really did a great job at the vocals, and Elise was really doing some really high notes, especially in that last chorus while singing with Zahir. She was doing really nice stuff. I wouldn't say for now this is playlist. I think there would be more solid or, you know, memorable songs with repeated values. You know, the ones which me as a progressive or progressive power metal fan appreciate more, you know, longer songs or, you know, more technical songs, more, you know, epic songs. So I'll wait and see what the album has to offer. And I really like the album cover. Now, I've seen some people comment like, is it AI generated, not AI generated? To be honest, I think it's pretty nice. Like, I don't care if it's AI generated. Of course, I like real artistry. I appreciate real artistry. I still think real artists can come up with better things than AI. But if I just look at the album cover, I like the colors, you know, the golden, orange, golden, sandy color with that turquoise or teal, you know, green, blue color. I like those colors. Looks epic, the mirrors, the gate in the middle, the name Wilderness of Mirrors. I wonder what they mean by that. But it looks nice. I like it. Whether it's AI generated or not, I don't care in this case. I like it. So yeah, so this was track number 2 from Wilderness of Mirrors, which is MYRATH's upcoming album. Should be released by end of March 2026. So we'll see what other singles they release this year or maybe next year. I'm looking forward. And thank you for staying tuned. If you're enjoying my content, again, I really appreciate if you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive the notifications for any new videos released on this channel. Leave a comment of what are your favorite MYRATH songs, what songs you want me to react to in general from any artist, any genre, and I'll see you in the next one.